All right, ladies. Hi, I'm Coach Carolyn with Kaya Fit Chico. Today we're going to be doing some yoga. Today, all you're going to need is a mat and yourself. We're going to get started in a seated position. As always, we like to start by setting our intention for the workout. During this particular time, everyone is really stressed out. Everyone is worried about people they love. We don't know when all of this COVID-19 pandemic, shelter in place, everything that's happening right now is going to end, or how it's going to end, or what the world's going to look like when it does. So let's just take a moment to really drop into our space and drop into our bodies and say, for right now, for this next 5-ish minutes, we're just going to be present here in this moment and do our best to leave all that other stuff off the mat for just a little while and give yourselves this time to just relax and do something positive and healthy for your body. So if you'd like, go ahead and close your eyes and just start to breathe deeply, breathing in, breathing out, starting to connect with your breath, connect with your body. Just continue to focus on your breathing. Finding that stillness, going ahead, letting go of all of those little cares right now, all the big ones too. From this seated position, let's go ahead and just roll on over to all fours. We'll do a little cat-cow breathing. So we've got wrists right underneath our shoulders, knees right underneath our hips. And we start and we inhale, looking up toward the sky. And as you exhale, just round the back. Inhale, looking up toward the sky. And exhale, round the back. We'll do that one more time. Big inhale. And exhale, rounding the back. Go ahead and come to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes and guide your hips up into downward dog. From there, go ahead and let your knees soften. Kind of walk the dog a little bit. Start loosening things up. And then just tippy-toe your way up to the front of your mat. With a nice big inhale, come all the way up in a standing position, arms above your head. Nice, strong, solid mountain pose. With a big, deep breath, go ahead and fold forward. On your exhale, go ahead and go into a half lift. Nice, straight back, hands on your shins. Exhale, fold forward again. And on your inhale, come all the way back up into mountain. Nice and tall and strong. From here, we're going to open our arms out to the right side. Just twisting. keeping our hips and our lower body facing forward as we twist at the waist. Have a nice couple of breaths here. Big deep breaths in and blowing out. On your next inhale, come arms back up to the middle. And with that exhale, twist them out to the left side. Nice and strong, keeping your hips forward, twisting at the waist there. Breathing deeply here. Big inhale, arms come back up to center. And on the exhale, forward fold again. On your next inhale, halfway lift. And on the exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and touch your hands down to the mat. Step or hop your feet back into a nice high plank position. Keeping the elbows tucked tight, we're going to lower all the way down to the ground. And we're going to do a few little baby cobras here where we just come up just a little bit. Loosening up the back, warming it up, getting it ready. From here, go ahead and tuck your toes. Come all the way back up, back into downward dog. Walk your feet forward. And with your next big inhale, come all the way back up into mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, nice straight back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the mat. Step or hop your feet back to that nice plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Coming up into a full cobra this time. And then tucking the toes and coming back up into downward dog. Stepping the feet forward once again. Nice big inhale all the way up into mountain pose. From here, as we exhale, we open out to the right side again. Arms nice and wide, twisting. Inhale, arms come back up to center. Exhale, twist out to the left side. Inhale, arms back up into center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, nice straight back, pulling the crown of the head toward the wall. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat. Step or hop back to plank. Lowering all the way down. Come up into cobra. And then tuck the toes and swing the hips back up into downward dog. We're going to repeat that one more time, moving a little bit faster. We're going to walk the feet forward. Inhale all the way up into mountain. Exhale, open to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold again. Hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower to cobra. And then back up into downward dog. If you ever get lost In any of our yoga workouts, you can always meet right back into downward dog and hang out there. From our downward dog position, sorry ladies, I was just getting too warm. From our downward dog position, we're gonna take our right foot up into the air and we'll swing that all the way forward to our knee is in between our front hands. This is our kneeling crescent pose. So we're in a lunge and we come up, lunge on our knees. From here, we're gonna do some more of those open arm twists. So nice big inhale, and on the exhale, open out to the right side. Hold that for just a few breaths here. Feeling that twist, you should really feel that in the lower back. Take a moment to find your balance. Find your breath. Inhale, bring your arms back up to center. Couple of breaths here. On your next big exhale, open out to the left side. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, hands down to the mat. We're gonna drive that right leg back up into the sky. We're in our downward dog with one leg up. And we'll bring that leg all the way forward to the front of the mat. Here we are in our nice forward fold. Straighten your back like a half lift. Hands down on the mat. We're gonna take our right leg and come up into a half split. If you're having trouble with this, feel free to raise yourself on the back of a chair or on a box or a coffee table, something nice and sturdy that you can support yourself in if you can't reach all the way to the floor to keep that leg up. From here, we're gonna step back into a low lunge. Hands on either side of that front foot, keeping the knee behind the toes. We're gonna go ahead and take our left hand and reach up toward the sky. Couple of nice big deep breaths here. Circle that hand back down to the mat. Step the left foot back, lowering down for our vinyasa, cobra, and then back up into downward dog. From here, we'll take our left foot into the air, drive that left knee forward, bringing the back knee down and coming up into our kneeling crescent lunge. Here again, we're gonna open up into our sideways twist. Nice big inhale. And on the exhale, open out to the left side. Holding that for a couple of breaths. Finding your balance here. Into that twist. Inhale, arms come up to center. On your next big exhale, open out to the right side. Inhale, arms come back to center. Hands to the mat, driving that left leg all the way back up into the air. Then swinging that foot forward. Other one comes back up. This time, our right foot stays nice and solid on the mat. The left leg comes out for our half splits. Just holding here. Finding the breath. Go ahead and drop that left foot back, sinking down into our low lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. One hand on either side of the right foot. Just take that right hand this time and come up into the air. Holding that for just a couple of breaths here. Then circle that arm back down. Step that right foot back into that nice high plank, lowering down, up into Cobra, and meeting once again in Downward Dog. From here, we'll take our right foot into the air again. This time, bring that foot all the way forward, in between your hands, coming up, finding your stability here. Hands come together above your head. Take a moment to really find your balance in this pose. Sink down into it. Both feet should be facing forward. If you're having trouble with balance, you can widen the feet a little bit, keeping them in line with the hips as opposed to in a straight line together. Sinking down that front knee, remembering not to come over the toe. From here, we're going to do a few more of those twists. Big inhale, reach up toward the sky. Exhale, open out to the right side. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, open out to the left side. Inhale, bring your arms back up into center. We're going to go ahead and turn the back foot, the left foot, out about 45 degrees. We're going to straighten the front knee. We're going to go ahead and reach over our front knee. So we're going to take a nice big deep breath in and lean forward over that front knee. You can put your hands behind your back. And our goal here is really to reach the chest toward that knee, like you're trying to touch the breastbone to the knee, keeping your back nice and straight. Shoulders down and back. Go ahead and breathe into that. You'll feel that stretch all along the back of your leg. Big inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, arms down to the mat. Slide that left foot back and bend the knee into our nice low runner's lunge. Go ahead and plant your left hand by your left foot as the right arm reaches up into our twist. And circle that hand back down to the mat. Step that right foot back into our plank. And let's move through our vinyasa one more time, lowering gently down. Come up into cobra and tucking the toes back into downward dog. From here, let's take our left foot into the air. Swing that foot forward in between the hands. Coming up nice and easy into that crescent lunge. Both feet facing forward, front knee bent. If you find your front knee kind of drifting inward, just push it back to be in line with your foot and your hip. From here, nice big deep breath in, reaching up toward the sky. Exhale, opening out to that left side. Holding here for a couple of breaths. Really focusing on your balance. Big deep breath in, arms come back to center. And as you exhale, open out to the right side. Big deep breath in, arms come back up. Take that right foot, angle it out about 45 degrees. Straighten the front knee. We're going to go ahead and nice big deep breath. And we bend forward, trying to get that breastbone to the knee. Just reaching, reaching, reaching. Back nice and straight. We're going to be here for just a couple of more breaths. Big deep breath in, and we come up. On the exhale, hands come down to the mat. Slide that right foot back. So we're in our nice low lunge again. One hand on either side of the foot. This time we've got our right hand planted next to our foot. Left arm comes up into the air. Go ahead and bring the left arm back down. Step the left foot back, lower down, up into cobra, and tucking the hips back into downward dog for that vinyasa. Let's take a moment to find our breath here. I had a yoga teacher once say to me, your breath is your dancing partner in yoga. Don't drop her. Let's take that right leg up into the air. Swing that foot forward. Coming up once again into our nice strong crescent pose. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, twist open to the right. Hold that breath for just a few moments. Hold that pose for just a few moments. Nice big inhale, reach up toward the center, and exhale, opening out to the left. Inhale, come back up into center. We're gonna point the fingers together at the top like this. Nice big inhale, arching the back, looking up toward the ceiling. On the exhale, bring the arms down to your side. We're gonna twist that left foot, the back foot, out about 45 degrees. Straighten the right knee, arms behind our back, coming back into that pyramid pose. Nice big deep breath in. And on the exhale, we're reaching the chest forward toward the knee. Remembering to breathe, keeping our shoulders down and back. Pushing, gently encouraging the breastbone toward the knee. Next big inhale, come all the way back up, arms up. And as we exhale, bending forward, hands to the mat, coming back into that nice low lunge. From here, left hand stays firmly planted on the mat, right one comes up into another twist. Circle that right hand back down to the mat, step the leg back, lowering down through our vinyasa. Once again, meeting back up at the top in downward dog. Let's take that left leg to the sky this time. It comes forward in between the hands. And with our breath, we come up into that nice crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up toward the sky, and on your exhale, open out to the left side. Inhale, back up to the sky. Exhale, opening out to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Turn that right foot out about 45 degrees. Left knee straightens. Arms behind your back. Big inhale, and on the exhale, pushing that chest forward, down toward the knee. Gently encouraging that breastbone to lean forward to meet your knee, keeping the back nice and straight. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, bending forward, hands to the mat, sliding that right foot back into our low lunge. Right hand stays firmly planted on the mat. Left arm up to the sky for another twist. Hand back down to the mat. Stepping back with that left foot into that high plank position, lowering slowly and gently down, up into cobra, and then tucking the toes back up into downward dog. From here, we'll just drop the knees to the mat, coming down into a tabletop position. Hands and wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And from here, we're gonna do some leg lifts. So we're gonna start with our right leg. We're just gonna gently bend that, and we're lifting. Just lifting up and coming back down. So we lift up and back down. We're gonna do that 10 times together. Here's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into that tabletop position. We're going to take that over to the other side. So with our left leg now, we lift and back down, lift, back down. 10 times on this side. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're back in that tabletop position. Go ahead and sink your hips back, reaching out into a child's pose. From there, we'll come back up onto all fours, tuck the toes, back into downward dog. Tippy toe the feet forward to the front of the mat. And go ahead and just rock yourself back till you're lying on the mat. From here, we're going to do some leg lifts. It might be a little more difficult for you to see me now that I'm on the mat. But the important thing here is we need to remember to keep our lower backs tucked firmly to the mat. So we lift both legs into the air, and then we lower down. If you can lower all the way to the ground without finding an arch in your lower back, you go right ahead. If your range of motion is shorter than that, you go only as far as you can go without losing that connection to the mat. We'll be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower your feet down to the mat. You're going to go ahead and grab your big toes or the knife edges of your feet. Just kind of rocking a little back and forth, doing some kicks in that happy baby pose. Remember, we're really focusing on keeping that tailbone drawn down toward the mat. From here, Release the toes. We're going to rock and roll. Give ourselves 3 rocks. Get back up into a seated position at the top of our mat. Bring yourself back around into a nice tabletop position. And take that right hand and we're going to thread it underneath in between our left arm and our left leg. So you're going to thread it down until your shoulder touches the mat. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can reach with the left hand up above your head. Just breathing through this. Go ahead and come back up. This time we'll take the left arm, thread it under the right. Reach the right arm above the head for a little bit more of a stretch. Go ahead and come back up. From here, we're going to sink the hips back once more into child's pose. And from this pose, I invite you to just close your eyes, rest, relax. Have a moment here in this restorative, restful pose. If you want, you can kind of shake your head back and forth, giving your forehead a little massage on the mat. If you find your shoulders up by your ears, push them down. Focus once again on your breathing, the way the air feels flowing in and out of your lungs. With each deep breath, go ahead and let a wave of relaxation flow right through you, all the way from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. With each deep breath, like a wave in the ocean, bringing relaxation. Focus on that breathing. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and roll yourself gently back up into a seated position. Thank you, ladies, for coming and taking this time with me. Remember, this is a time when we all need to be taking care of ourselves just as much as we take care of others. What we're putting in our bodies, what we're doing for our bodies is going to make a real difference in our stress levels, in our immunity, in just how we feel and how we cope with things day to day. I'm so proud of you for giving yourself this time, for joining me here. Remember, we do have streaming classes every single day, and they're all on YouTube. If you search Kaya Fit Chico on YouTube, you'll be able to find our classes. And everyone right now is getting the 30-day jumpstart for free. It starts March 30th. It's the nutrition jumpstart. So, but what better way to spend your shelter in place than by picking up some new habits and starting some new routines that will be good for you tomorrow and beyond. So Good evening, ladies. I'll see you next time.